Hi all, welcome to the after work special, so to speak. Link is in the chat. Feel free to pop on in. I should be able to see you. Come on in and we're going to just hang out. So remember, if you do stop in, let me know so you're here. Put something in the chat. I don't have it pulled up on YouTube right now, so I won't be able to see you unless you put something in chat. Actually, because Freak's on too, and I don't expect to pull anything away from him, but I wanted to decompress after work, and going live is a pretty good way. So yesterday I popped an axle out of my car. Hi, Jimmy. Yesterday when I popped the axle out of my car, I had to do the walk of shame around the track to find the little axle. So in the process, finding that, I think that's some sort of Pokemon. And it looks like somebody dropped their scale nitrous bottle. So, oops. I was going to go race today, or at least go run the car today to see if taking out the little washers and changing the links on the sway bar, or where the links are hooked up on the sway bar, was going to change anything, but the ass into the sky fell out on me this morning, so I didn't even get a chance to take it to work. Happens from time to time. Rain's not a bad thing. I'm not complaining. I did have it all packed up, though. Honestly, I don't know what I'm going to work on, if I'm going to work on anything. But I have the stream open in case anybody wants to come in. I might have to scrape some money up and actually spend it on a basic account for StreamYard. I think I've only got like 2 hours left on this email or whatever free trial. I've got like 1, maybe 2 emails I can use. Nerds. And that's it. So I don't really want to completely overload all my emails. It's not all that much for StreamYard. If you don't know my man Nitro Freak, which I think Jeremy I know knows Nitro, go stop in and say hi to him. He's really actually a damn cool guy. That's where you hear the music in the background from. That's him. Somehow my box got all messed up. All I did was put it in the backpack and Now I got washers falling out and kinds of stuff. Maybe I'll have to put a piece of foam across it and foam it all up. Foamer? It should not be set up so that you guys can't get in. So if you have trouble getting in, let me know. So I don't know if I can change stuff in the channel dashboard while I'm live streaming or not. If it'll even show what I'm doing. It's one way to find out, isn't there? It takes forever to load. Everything does. So, this one scrolls across the bottom, huh? Playing with banners. Let's see what it does. And this. What it does now, huh? There. Although I don't think you can click the little linky in the thingy, huh? I didn't think about that. Alright, that then. Everything I'm using right now is all slow. I guess it's because I'm just putting too much in there. It's a mostly open mic, at least. And there's very few things I won't talk about. As long as I'm not going to get kicked out, I'll be fine. There we go. Comments. Oh, I can choose a color. Cool. That's better. Yeah. There we go. Everybody else has it in blue. I'm actually going to change stuff around. There is actual music you can play. So look at this. Come on. Gotta silence the freak for a minute here. I guess these are copyright free. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. So, how did I know that? See if this changed any. Oh, he used to go through like 3 or 4 of those when I worked at the ambulance shop that day. Wasn't the best when I say that. Bro. Come on, YouTube. It's me. You've seen it. But everybody is either dropping videos or going live right now, seems. Whoa. Like all of a sudden I got 3 different windows up. Oh, I'm a coffee junkie too, Jeremy. There was a guy at work that owed me a debt. And he went over to the gas station to get himself something to drink. I told him to grab me one of those. Oh, YouTube's being a royal pain in the arse. What else is new? It's the settings. Guests. I'll turn the authenticate off for the guests, just to see if more people can get in. I hope the starred message on here means that it'll stay up. That would be best. Hold on a minute. That's what I thought that was. Fun part is I can only watch so many live streams and be in one at the same time. I don't have all that many computers. I could put it on TV, I guess. I'm only gonna keep this stream up for an hour if I don't get too many people in here, because at this point, I don't exactly have anything I'm specially doing. Nitro's live and a couple other people, so. Harley Designs, he's also alive today. Got 190 people already watching him build stuff. A couple other people, so I'm definitely not the only one live, so. I do have you, Jeremy. And if you want to talk, let's talk. Should be able to get in there. If you hear background noise, it sounds like an elephant. It's only my cat. Yeah, he's just jamming. He's sitting back, relaxing. Something about being up for 2 full days. I think that's what's getting him. So, since he's been up for 2 days, yeah, that's a little. That can't be nice. I mean, that's kind of hard. 2 full days up, jeez. So the other thing I can show you, table saw. I hope you're having fun building that. What are you? What are you building? Using a table saw, you either building something of size. Usually you don't use table saws for little wooden projects. That's something you build fairly decent sized stuff with. And channel dashboard's gone to soup. Kitchen table, huh? Butcher block style? Okay. So a fairly sizable table. Thinking about designing a little on-road car. Problem is, I don't have a whole lot of materials. I wish I had a chunk of graphite. It's really what I wish I had. I also wish I could get the measurements for the size of the rear end in a axial crawler. Hi, Big John. How you doing? I hope I'm not taking you from Nitro. I saw you were over there. And yeah, I really don't have a rhyme or reason for tonight's show, so yeah, I know there's a bunch of people live right now, so I know that there's a bunch. So if you can hear that in the background, let me know, because I probably need to shut it off. I am considering maybe if I can get it to work, I'll show you guys VRC. Alright, how you going? How's it going? Get this the hell out of the way. Maybe it'll attract the cat. So, let's see. Ooh, I got a little check mark next to the YouTube thing. I wonder if that means that I'm actually going to get something remotely resembling monetized soon. Probably not. Billy Big writing? Okay. Some of that you'll have to. Oh, capitals. Got it. Got it. Okay. I'm a little slow today, but it's all good. Water heater. Not my water heater. All of a sudden, everybody wants to have rain or noise in the background and stuff. So yeah, I've got that up. See if I can mess with this. Visibility public, no subtitles or restrictions. Have it drop it in the lives. Karaoke, me. I got used to sing. Not sure anyone would want to see me, hear me sing right now, so probably not what you'd want. So, with that, you don't want to hear me do that. It wouldn't come out well, believe me. Let's see. Couldn't get one if I wanted one. Automatic chapters, fine, whatever. So if hopefully you guys can see this. Of course you can't. We'll go here and then share. There. Now you guys should be able to see that. So if you go inside of this to the settings, you will see just how slow my computer actually runs. You got all kinds of stuff here. Currency types, so all that. You can put tags for your entire channel. So if somebody types in whatever, big box Chevy, okay, BBC, they're gonna, I'll probably end up getting tagged on a lot of news videos, but hey, whatever. Plum Crazy is up there because that's what my monster truck is. So this is that channel, and then this is what I started in 2001. So all my email is this at, Hotmail or Gmail. But I've got all the tags for the channels. I'll probably add more later. And you can set it up so your whole channel is not made for kids or made for kids or whatever. I'm not looking to get 15-year-olds in here if I'm going to curse and whatever. All your features. Tell you stuff like intermediate features, channel history. This will give you that eligible for monetary reimbursement and everything. You can actually, the one I was thinking of doing is this. So take a picture of your driver's license, and after 2 months of channel activity and community guidelines strike free, you'll be able to actually get monetized, if I read this correctly, without necessarily having all the subs and stuff that you would normally need. If you update or load up some of the same stuff all the time, you can just use a default title, have everything ready. So like if you were just doing a series, community, guys can see some of you guys are here as moderators. So you can do approved users and such. And somewhere in here, there's actually a place to put where you could have certain people actually open up your channel for you and such. So maybe it's in this one. Also, live redirects. So read up on this. So you can set it up to redirect. So let's say I end my live stream and Hot Rod starts one of his own. I could set it up so that it redirects straight to his live stream from the end of mine. That way, I mean, we can keep this community type thing going. So here's how. I'll give you a second. You can take a screenshot of that or however you want to do it. You can go back later or something. But I'll be setting some of this stuff up later. I don't know how much. But I will be doing some of that. More things in here than just what it says. Some of you probably know this, but others you maybe not. Streams by date. I guess the problem with that being not specifically customizable for this. So communication. Slow mode. So it's just few people in here, so we'll go 15. This is where you're going to be able to turn your streams from anybody to subscribers. That's the only place for that. Back to the main dish. So I got my 100 hours of watch time here finally. I haven't done that in quite a while, if ever. We got 92 here. On my latest comments. It's Brad. We remember Brad. Maybe Brad will stop in. Maybe Brad's there. I don't know. I'm screen sharing, so I can't see. But we'll see. There we go. Hi, Cyclone. See, you made it in here. How you doing? Yeah, like I said, I think the link is there. I might have to. I don't know how to pin a link on this. To where you can pin it to the top. I mean, I can show it like that, but I don't know how to pin it. But the link is in the chat. It should be opened up so that if you guys want to come in, you can. But I don't have a whole lot to talk about. 15th will be my back surgery. I do need to get that done. Eating the Rugrats, huh? All of them, including Chucky? I forget some of them. But I found the paperwork the other day on my phone for my back surgery. And as much as I don't want to get it done, I'm kind of going to have to. So that picture right there tells you why. You can see where they've got these little lines drawn. You can see how much my vertebrae are just not lined up. Not at all. So that right there is not great. I'm like falling apart. Slipping apart, actually. So that isn't good. That isn't good. Is what it is, though. I wish the weather would make up its mind so I knew what to do about that. Let's see. So oil at the bottom of the differentials on that. I wonder if that means I've actually done it recently. I don't know if I've changed that recently. It would appear my Stampede's sealed, though. It's not coming apart. Let's see. Yeah, I'm contemplating building a rear-wheel drive on-road car and using a motor up front, possibly even just direct drive. Not sure yet. Just something different. Build a two-wheel drive that's not a pan car. Can't see her, but my cat's all spazzed. Kind of standard issue for her. It's the box of RC stuff. I've thought about doing the on-road car, the two-wheel drive on-road car, for quite a while now. And just never have. I built an off-road truck from basically scratch once. So I probably could do it. Sure I could, actually. But if it's in here, I have a motor mount from Traxxas boat. I'm thinking of using as the front mount. And if it's not in here, I'm really going to wonder where the heck it is. But I used to have like sheets of carbon fiber. And I kept using it for things like battery hold down and shock tower extension for the rear of the Stampedes. I did that because making them out of steel, great for strength, but kind of weighs, like it weighs like steel. So that has its own little downsides and limitations. Well, I wonder where that motor mount got off. Because it's a fairly sizable motor mount for the boat. It should be visible. But I'll use an axial AR-44 rear end unit. And then I'll have to figure out the front suspension, what I want to use for those arms. I'm going to want to find something that's relatively current. That way I can get parts for it. Because like I got old parts. Hair not included. I got old parts. That's off a double X before I cut it to put it on a Traxxas. But problem with using the old parts is that I can't find replacements. And if I can't find replacements, then when I break it, because I will break it, when I break it, I'm going to be stuck with something I can't use. And that's no fun. Maybe I should turn this into Jessica shows off all her old stuff one at a time. I'll get my exercise going up and down the stairs to go get stuff to show you. I don't know if anybody's used, StreamYard, but I don't know if they shut you off after your allotted time trial or not. It said I only had 2 hours. So we're at 46 minutes. We'll see how that works. But I really do want to know where that silly motor mount was. I shouldn't have had it too far away because I've got my boats right there. I can pull those down and show them to you if you guys haven't seen the boats. Careful, don't touch things. You might block a user you don't want to block. None of you guys. So yeah, I don't know where that motor mount went. Unless it's in the toolbox. That's something else I want to see if I can get working. I'm sure it's hiding somewhere in plain sight. It's pretty stout size, so. And I know I had it down here. It wasn't upstairs or anything. Which is a little annoying. If you know anybody with a double X4, like the old low-C four-wheel drive buggy, I got an entire bag of parts, including gears, shafts, a couple of hubs. I also have some parts for JRXT. JRXT. So, some old stuff. But you guys will get used to that. This channel will end up being all about the old stuffs. Old RC, old car, old airplane if I ever got the opportunity. Well, some of them, yeah. Where'd it go? Is it underneath the box of speed controls? Nope, it's not under the box of speed controls. The drawer. Much like Nitro, I haven't gotten a whole lot of sleep. See, most people it's vintage because certain age. For me, the messed up part is it's like, oh, wasn't that just yesterday? It's just old to me because that's what was out new when I was playing around. I should have left the box up here. Okay, Jim. So, let's see if I put the motor mount inside of the boat it goes to. And I can always make a motor mount, but nope. It's not there. But since I have the boat down, I'll give you guys an idea of what I'm talking about. So, this is the motor mount. Motor bang. Up a step. There we go. Motor bang here. And then it's got a gear reduction. Shed some light on this. Better? Better. Motor sits there. This whole chunk here is a motor mount. I know that's going to put the motor fairly high up. And in an on-road car, you want to try and keep it all down, but frankly, I don't want to put it to the side. I want to have it just like a regular car. Front motor, rear, and all lined up. So, if I can use it like with one of these mounts, because I know I have a motor mount somewhere. And then I'll get an AR-44 rear end. And I'll build myself a two-wheel drive chassis for one of those bodies. Oh. Thank you. I do have fun with this boat. This is my slow boat. This is my an original 1989 Traxxas Villain. So right down to its original speed control. It still has its original steering servo, and it still runs 4 AA's instead of a battery eliminating device because it has its original speed control is what's in red right there. And it runs just fine. It didn't have a radio, so I found a radio for it. You guys will get a kick out of this. But the radio I found to put in it wasn't unused. That helps. An unused Avenger stick radio. I bought this radio brand forking new for the ex-husband to put in his Stampede because he didn't know how to use a pistol grip. He only knew how to use the sticks. So I bought him a stick radio brand new, and it never made it out of the package. So when I got this boat for $20, and all it was missing was the radio, I decided, yeah, I'll just put a spare a stick radio in it that I have. But nuts. My nuts. This still has it's missing the windshield because I put it on the other boat, and I'll pull that down in a minute. But it still has its whip antenna. Yes, I said but. But. What about it? And it still has its original VIN number. Only thing I had to do was put some of the little rubbers for the steering linkage that I had to put in there, or it would have sank. And this boat actually seals up pretty good. It doesn't get a whole lot of water in it. And it's all stock, like I said, except the radio. I don't run lipos with this. I have a whole bunch of stick packs, nickel metal stick packs that I run in it. From Venom, who is no longer around. But it's all plastic props still. All original. They do look great on the water, Tony. Thanks for being here. Well, last time I ran them, yeah, his loss. He passed away, so you won't even know I'm using it. Put that one up. I'll grab this one. They're a little awkward, so that's why it takes a minute. So we got that. This is the other boat. Same. It's still a villain. This one's the EX. So he left me before he passed, so but thank you. This one has a twist. This is the windshield, clear windshield off of the other boat. Got my drivers in there. This one has the twist, the lock. I've had to seal the O-rings and all that stuff. I have to use marine grease around it. That's why it's got goo on it. But this is the one that I've changed a lot on. So it has brass props. Even though they look like plastic, they are actually brass props. They will cut you. They are sharp. And then I put Grumpner U-joints in it. These are off a Kyosho model. So I got my little trim tabs so I can make the trim tabs work. This is for the water cooling right there. This one, the antenna, it comes out of the radio box, and then the radio box has a cover. It's like purple, green, turquoise, so I mixed it right in between here. I used some old Pactra paint. Back when Pactra was starting with the water-based paint, I used that stuff. So that's the outfall for the motors. The other side has the outfall for the speed controls. Speed control singular. That is right here. It's an old Novak EVX. That's what they came with. Running it with an old Novak switch, which is still FM. It's sitting on my M8 up there, just out of view. The remove before flight tag is what that radio is. This thing hauls. This thing goes really fast. It's twin battery. So is the other one, but this one I will use the lipos on. It has the same basic design as the other boat, as far as the gearing and that such stuff. So, yeah, okay, there it is. I don't know how good the quality is, but buggies and truggies, how goes it? Welcome in. Thank you. But it's this one's a full, all done up. So I've thought about getting a dual brushless system to put in it, but things so fast as it is, I don't really want to do it. It also works. If it still works with the Novak speed control in it, so I don't have a reason to want to change it. Be quite honest. All my Novak stuff that still works great. All the Novak stuff I have that doesn't work, it worked great until it didn't work, and that was decades. What's going on here? There we go. Okay. Cat. I'm going to turn this off. It's in my way now. That's bright. Okay. Put this. Some of these, well, the majority of my stuff doesn't have names. Like, only one car do I have named. Some 25 RC, I only have one of them named. Go figure. That's good enough for government work. So the only one I have named is right here. Thought I was gonna drop that, didn't I? So this is plum crazy. It's listed on the side. I don't know how well you can see it. Take care, Tony. Have a good weekend. Plum crazy here is a SMT-10. I took it. It came as a Max D truck. I've taken it completely apart more than once, really, but I took it completely apart before I even ran it. Took it all apart and painted up the chassis. So the chassis is all Tamiya metallic purple. Tamiya or Tamiya? Probably a good thing Tank isn't in here, huh? So I painted it all up purple and red. If you haven't figured it out yet, it's kind of a thing for me. Painted it up purple and red. Took it out and raced it. I actually ran it at a little event we had here in not far from where I live in Farborough. A friend of ours put on a show there. So I went there and ran it. It was a U-shaped course. I made it to the second round. So considering who was there, I'm actually quite happy about that. Jeremy Barton was there. He was driving his truck. If you don't know that particular Jeremy, he has full-size monster trucks. So to have him there and still get past first round, it was kind of nice. And I didn't lose to him. I lost to somebody else, but I didn't care. I had fun, and that's what counted. So I do not have rear steer on it yet. Still is only front wheel steering, and it still has its original servo. That's mainly because I can't afford the servo I want to put on it. It's about that simple, really. I did get all the engine accessories for it. You can see them. I got my zoomies in backwards and upside down like they should be. Blower and bug catcher backwards and upside down, and mounted with a piece of Lexan. Just a little piece of Lexan, so it does move a little, but it's mounted inside the battery cage, so it's not glued in. I can take it off if I need to. Didn't paint the battery tray because that's further in, so didn't care about that. Still has its orange rims from when it was a Max D truck. And I basically adopted this. Yeah, can't complain about second round when there was like 12 trucks there, so I'm good. Yeah. Yeah, still has its Max D stuff. I had to buy it sway bars. This truck, when I worked at Hobbytown the first time around, came back as a return. And it had no radio. It had no speed control. It had the motor and the chassis and the body. And I shouldn't have sold the body. But I had the motor, chassis, and, basically running, it was a roller truck. Pretty much. And I spent $300 on that thing. $300 more than I should have. But it's been fun to have. It's been a pain in the arse to have. Because these are bent. These are aluminum now. The original one's bent right at the shock. And then these upper ones were originally aluminum too, but that bent right off the bat. Like almost right off the bat, it bent. And caused me all kinds of problems there. It's ran off my M11, so it is 2.4 and not FM. It has a Castle Sidewinder 3 in it. That motor's of 4600 kV right now. I did even paint the trans case. I don't know if you can. Yep, see. Highlight. So you can see down in there the trans case is painted up, set up for it. And yeah, I paid for the truck, the Sidewinder 3, and the receiver that's in here. They were in the back of Hobbytown in the return room. And they were marked, defective, and they had gotten credit for those already. Much like the truck, they got credit for it. So the truck was going to go in the trash can, which leads me to wonder why they wanted me to pay $300 for it. But they're different owners now, so don't think that's the current Hobbytown over here. But yeah, the electronics were marked defective. And I brought the Sidewinder home and hooked it up to a known working radio gear. Probably that. I have like one receiver I keep handy that's not permanently attached to anything, so that I can test stuff. And it was fine. It worked just fine. It is sort of faster in reverse than forward, but it's fine. It's fine. It works. It's fine. And the receiver they were trying to bind to an M11X or an M12. So the next receiver after the one for mine. The next radio after the one after this. And it doesn't bind with this style. But it binds perfectly fine with mine. Now I have the other problem of now I have trouble getting receivers, so I only have 2 I can run with that. So, howdy Tank, welcome in. Thought you were on vacation. Welcome in. Pleasure to have you. Your ears must be burning because I was lamenting, is it Tamia or Tamaya? Yeah, that's what this paint is. That's where that came from. I'm just wasting time, though, today. But this is fun to have, even though it breaks a lot. Drive shafts are all spun a bit like the picture for this live. Well, make sure you have fun on vacation, okay? Well, yeah, I know the spelling. I'm gonna guess it's Timia? Seems like everybody has a different way of saying it. But yeah, the Y in there throws you off. Throws me off. Painted up the helmet. I actually have a helmet that's the same color. Okay, maybe not the same color. It's a little bit darker. But I have an actual helmet. Matches the guy. I've had this helmet for quite a while now. So, And it's nice and snug like it's supposed to be. Yeah, have fun. Thanks for stopping in. Hi, Paul. How are you? Just saw you. Ow. Helmet's a little tight. Helmet. But I use this for, like when I go go-karting, especially. It's nice to have when you go go-karting. Don't have to worry about catching fleas. I got my own helmet. I know it fits. I know it's not going to wander around. It's just nice to have in general. I originally bought it so I could go, drag racing. So, there's that. Not every RC I have is expensive. Sometimes you go to your old work and your boss says, "Hey, you want these? I have a red one and a black one." They work though. They're 9.6 powered, but they do go. So, this one's 27 megahertz. So they're 9.6. With the Tamiya plug. Maybe I got that right. They're no speed demons by any stretch, but given they're a no-name Chinese company running off of NiCads that are ancient, to say the least, the fact they go at all is perfectly fine with me. That's all I needed. This all fit in a minute ago. Last. There we go. So yeah, sometimes it's good just to have, a toy or two as far as these go. If you got a toy or two, you can just, "Hey kid, ever ran an RC before?" And you don't have to worry about $200 worth of damage. This thing is a Novak receiver and then a USB plug, and it's for VRC. So I don't know if any of you have ever played that before, but the gist of it is it's an RC simulator for your computer. You take a receiver, attach it to the USB adapter, and then you can use your radio. You can use your radio to run the races on the computer. Which, if you live somewhere where it rains or snows or whatever, could be very handy, because since it runs off of a receiver, you don't really need to worry about what controller you're using and if it works, as long as that works. So I gotta get my account on VRC going again. See if I can make this work. But there's a lot of things I have to do. Like I really would like to get my steering wheels and pedals set up for my Gran Turismo game. And so I kind of miss playing it with pedals and a wheel. I've even done silly things like done the Gran Turismo game, and I'd have my helmet on, sitting at the desk with the pedals and the wheel. I have a desk upstairs that's specifically for that. My TV was the perfect size to give me blindness, sitting a foot and a half away from it. And the pedals and the steering wheel bolted right up to it. And it was nice and solid, so I didn't have to worry about it. And that was kind of nice. I kind of miss that. It's too bad I don't have the adapter to broadcast that. I'd just sit around and play Gran Turismo all day with my controller. Just let it stream. There are stupider shit streaming on YouTube and somebody sitting down and watching somebody else drive on Gran Turismo. I know there's stupider shit than that. So, what are we at here? An hour and 22 minutes, give or take. So, ow. Sorry, little lamp. Who is still left in here, because it only shows 2 people watching. And right now, if I go over to this, it's going to take forever. Content share. So going over here, it says I have 3 of you in here right now. No, 11 total views, which is definitely not nearly as much as here. But then again, there wasn't very many people Right now, I think there's like 3 or 4 other people, just RC other people, who are streaming right now. So I'm not going to steal people from somebody else's stream. That's not interested in doing that. I guess that's for the whole chat. A friend of mine does it a different way, so I'm kind of surprised I don't get it that direction, but I don't know how many you play with this stuff when you're watching or shooting a live stream. Because to be honest, unless you screen share it like I am, nobody is gonna know you've left. StreamYard won't show you. They'll just keep filming. It doesn't show you whether you've gone to a different tab or not. When I'm not filming RC videos and such, I'm actually... I know it's just showing up as white screen. That's because I've got so much right here that I've got saved. So it's a ADSB exchange, and it essentially is aircraft tracking, but it takes forever for me to get that to come up. So pull that down. It's interesting. I didn't know I could do that. Picture in picture. So yeah, it's behind the scenes of it. Maybe I'll just leave it like that. It's full screen right now. Let's see if I can get this to come up. Probably not. Stop sharing that. So it goes just back to that. I had 3 viewers, so I don't know who all is here. And nobody's tried to jump in. Nitro's still on. Looks like he's finally decided to talk to the people. Corner Clubhouse is on. There's a few people. Of course, Harley's on. He gave himself a mustache. He grew a push beard. So tomorrow, if I go live, I'll be going live in the morning, roughly. I guess you would say it is. At least remotely, considering roughly the morning, all things considered. Just because I have something I'm doing in the afternoon that I don't want to miss. I'm going to try something real quick here. Okay. I see now. So I have to have my phone up to watch myself so I can pin the messages. So I can pin the StreamYard to the top. Because otherwise the StreamYard's link is way the hell out of contents. I'm not able to see them at all. So a lot of people asked me why I got a 24 scale crawler. And this little guy. And main reason I did that. Oh, I just made myself bigger. The main reason I did that is the same reason CCRC, also a Tony, okay? He's got plastic model bodies sitting on top of his. So he's got plastic model bodies that he put on top. And that's actually why I got this one. Was so I could do that. Stick some plastic model bodies up on the top of it and run it like that. This one's different than the axial. So instead of having the motor and transmission in the middle, this one has the motor and transmission up top, and then an independent transfer case, and then still has its axles and everything like that. It's the exact same little RC style that Shane's RC tried to blow up. I say try because, yeah, it didn't do a very good job. The metal rails actually held better than you'd think. This is another one of those designs where I'm considering getting the motor, the transmission, the speed control, and one of the axles, and making a 24 scale model car that's got a controller to it. Making that actually into an RC car too, as well. And on top of steering, I would have to figure that out. Especially considering I shouldn't have a front axle in it, because I'll more than likely be just running rear wheel drive. I loaned this out to a friend not that long ago. And honestly, I took the wheels off, took the stuff out of the axles, and that's all I did. I didn't actually test it. There it is. So it came back with extra AAAs, so I'm almost gonna guess that he left the controller on. But that's alright. Now there's kits online on eBay and whatnot that you can turn these little guys into little monster trucks, and there's a fair amount of me that actually wants to do that. I want to do it with this. Problem is with doing it with this, it's this speed control is only a single cell. So that's a single cell LiPo in there. A whopping 3.7 volts. And it's, not very strong. Neither is the motor. So that would be the downside of turning this one into a monster truck. This thing definitely has a list all of a sudden. So these are not oil filled, they're just friction dampers. I don't know if you can see the pin that's in there, but there's a little slit, a pin, and that's what keeps the shock in one piece. But it is full 4-link, so if you have one of these little Enduros, these little elements, if you take this front drive shaft out, be careful when you go to put it back in, because I found out the hard way. The pinion gear inside the rear end here does not have an upper stop. You can accidentally go straight through, and then you end up having to take the backing plate off and all that type of stuff. Honestly, I've never been in the rear end of one of these, so I'm kind of curious to see how what one of those looks like inside. But maybe something for tomorrow. If I go live streaming tomorrow, maybe I'll find something else for tomorrow. Yeah, with everybody on the day. Everybody's still on the day and everything. I tried to get a few people in here today. And we got a few people in here. Still trying to grow. And I want to grow right. I want to grow the channel to where, I'm not going to buy bots or anything like that. That's just stupid. And I'm not going to get into the politics of it, okay? Everybody here who's watching probably knows exactly what I'm talking about. Nitro will chat about that. I'm not getting into it. I'm doing what I'm doing. So what I'm doing is just basically trying to hang out and meet people a different way. I don't want to run over people's toes. I don't want to have pissing contests with people. That's not what I'm into. If I was into that, I wouldn't be going on to other people's live streams and saying hi. There's no sense in that. So, since there's just no sense in doing that, I'm not going to. Fortunately, I have picture-in-picture right now. So even though I'm looking at a white screen, there it goes. It finally brought it up. So, don't want to lose those. Here is something else that I look at. When I'm not doing RC cars or doing full-size cars, or which the live might be about tomorrow, because it rained today. That means I'm gonna have to fix the wiper blades in the Ford. So I might be doing a wiper blade and wiper motor in the Ford tomorrow. But when I'm not doing RC cars or full-size cars, I'm looking at this stuff. Okay? This is all aircraft. It's all military aircraft. If you have half a clue what's going on in the world, you know why I have it pulled up where I do. Again, YouTube hates it when you do stuff like point out the obvious, so I'm not going to. But I have quite a few, like over 600 different planes saved here. To the point where the poor little Chromebook just has seizures trying to keep up. And all different countries, all different, yeah. Not all of them are military. Yes, a lot of them are. Not all of them. Here's a pair of Hurricanes. There's a Lancaster. There's a pair of Spitfires. Spitfire. There's every P-38 that flies is in this list somewhere. A whole bunch of stuff. See, here's all here's a grouping of P-38s. I don't see the one I know and love. 23 Skidoo. I met 23 Skidoo when it was Charlton Josie before Planes of Fame owned her. Known that plane a while. One of these is Glacier Girl. Not sure which one, but one of them is Glacier Girl. I actually got to touch Glacier Girl. It's NASA's U-2. Here's two more of the P-38s. They're not in order because they haven't been up in a while. Here's the lot of presidents. R-135. These are the ones that aren't currently up. I don't live too far away from Beale Air Force Base, where all those are kept. I'm actually right in line with Area 51 as well. So I do have a thing for planes. Kind of a side thing. does not really like it when I'm sharing. But it's okay. You guys get the point as far as that goes. See, these are the ones I don't have saved. So 1C130J, which this is Super Hercules. So I've got quite a few airplanes all saved, and that's what else I do. So if you guys don't catch me doing RC stuff, you're gonna catch me doing that kind of stuff. I said stop sharing. Thank you. So that's that in a nutshell. What I do there. Put this body back on. And then I'll show you this. This is kind of cool. So this is a little RC-28, modeled after the old gold pens from the 80s. But I've played around with this one on my, she's not stock. And before I do that, this one is reasonably stock. So I haven't messed with any of this. This is exactly the way you get it. These are the only two buggy body options that are pre-painted. One's a Jammin' J, and the other one is the box art from the 80s. So, stock, that's what they look like. And just a little rear motor, couple of gears, has a little notch for the gears. So it has a little notch for the gears right there. It does have like 3 or 4 gears in it. It has rear suspension, albeit friction shocks, but at least it does have them. If you have one of these, I wholeheartedly recommend to drop a super glue at one end of the spring or the other. Doesn't really matter. This one I have it up top. If these pop off, that little spring gets lost, and then you have to buy the whole hardware kit. But at least you can buy parts for the little guy. It comes with just little plastic bushings to hold the axle up. But it is nice that you can just pull the tire off, because that way when you get stuff wrapped around it because you were chasing cats, you can just pull that stuff off. Yeah, you can still get parts. I don't think you can get the buggy bodies or the tires, but like the shock springs, the shock kit, the chassis, if I was to mess one of those up, you can still get it. You just can't get the bodies, the little buggy bodies. They made multiple designs of this, so they didn't make just the buggies. They made other ones. This one though, and I'll pull the other one. I have other ones to show you that they still produce. They even make the little drag race one. This one though, you can see the obvious differences here. It has, probably shouldn't have put the body back on, huh? So, stock, and after Jessica gets a hold of it, it now has a giant single cell attached to the top with a little plug, so the plug is just glued to the side here. That way I can actually change out the batteries. So what's kind of nice is all my 24s that have outside batteries, these two, and the drone, so it's in the box up there. They all use the same battery. And actually, that's a Revolution battery. And that's for the drone. Also, on this one, I put, it's going to come apart on me for some reason. Pause for the cause. See, you can pull the whole axle out of this. So think of it kind of like a giant slot car. You remember those slot cars you could pull apart when you were kids? So, bearing sits in here. I just happened to find a tiny ass, so tiny I can't even find anything really to hold it with. Tiny little bearing. Full on ball bearing instead of the plastic bushing. That fits. And it fits in there like it would have came with it, which increases its speed quite a bit. This buggy I used to have when I went to work at Hobbytown, or when I was working at Hobbytown, both the first and second time. So every time I worked there, I had this buggy, and it's got the whole Toy Story thing going on. I would leave it out so that customers could use it. So it's been beat the ever-loving heck out of and not broken. You can take the suspension on these things and fold them up. And they don't care. So, Jonas, World of Paradise, come in. Be careful with your low blood pressure. Okay, this is not on subscriber mode, so if you're in here, welcome in. Moderators are welcome to drop links to certain people if they want. So those are the two buggies. They are discontinued right now, so I've been offered $180 for this one, and I've been offered $160 $60 for this guy. I don't want to sell him. Not interested in selling them. Never mind, it's like 3 times what I paid for them. I just don't want to sell them. Remember that white boat I showed you guys? That's what was sitting on top of the box. What's in the box? What's in the box? Wonder where he is tonight. So, the other little one I've got in this series is the monster truck. I actually have 2 of these, but one of these has a bad servo. Which I guess I could go upstairs and get and take apart, but we'll see if StreamYard lets me go past 2 hours. And what happens if they don't? Do I turn into a pumpkin? Anyway, it's exactly the same except for the tires, bumper, and body mounts. Springs are exactly the same. Shocks are exactly the same. They just mount in a different spot. So, buggies are straight up on the monster truck, and on the stadium truck, I guess they'd call it, they lay down. But these are fun. They are a blast. I think it's funny that I remember when Associated first brought that design of monster truck out as a gas truck. And then they brought it out again as these little 28 scales. And then they brought it out again now as a brushless 10 scale truck, I believe it is. So that's, kind of interesting. Of all the designs they have, the rerun, I wouldn't think it'd be this one because it kind of flopped in the beginning. That's the drone. If you buy the right Lego set, you get jumps that they're about half the size, so if you get 2, you can tie them together, and then you have enough jump for a buggy. Or for the monster trucks. Either way. These are Lego, again. So you can mix and match stuff. And that's pretty much all the small ones I've got that I can reach. So, we're coming up on 2 hours. Like I said, StreamYard has said I only had 2 hours total. So I guess in a few seconds here, we'll see if it lets me stay on or if it's going to kick me off. If it kicks me off, good night. If it lets me stay on, I'll see if I can find something. So we'll see. Still showing I'm live, so that's all well and good with me. Though it's pretty much dead here. So finish the top of the hour switch off, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. So, unless somebody wants to jump in or Jeremy's still here. Unless you guys want to jump in or change topics, I might just jump off and play around with my Gran Turismo. I might be able to get it to stream, come to think. Well, not stream, but like set my laptop up so you could see the TV. That could be interesting. I mean, let me know, guys. I'm doing this stream more for you guys and for the fact that I'm just bored. So, yeah, let me know what everyone wants to do. Here. That's not a fake. Not as far as I can tell. I don't think I've ever shown you the inside of the trailer. Could do that. Just, I've got a bunch of RC stuff. Ridiculous amounts, really. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Oops. Okay. Well then. That done. I don't want to drop that. Showed you guys the monster truck. You've seen plenty of the Fortec. So, I believe 8 o'clock I'm going to wrap it up. So, I will do that at 8. My grandpa brought that home from Japan. Or at least so the family stories are. It was a set. But I gotta take it and put it back upstairs. I think what I might do is at 8 o'clock in this stream, take a half-hour break, figure out how to point it towards the TV, and maybe stream a race that way. One thing I can say is this light makes me look sick on YouTube. I can see that. I'm all green. Off. Maybe I get some skin color back now. If I get darker, at least I get rid of the green. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, you can see the clouds. All freaking cloudy up right now. So, couldn't race that because of that. And it's a good thing I didn't. There was a guy I know, somebody I've been out there and raced with. Him and I have like crossed paths. And when we cross paths, when we're out there at the racetrack, we'll compare and contrast. Because when I go over there at lunch, he's usually either just getting there or just wrapping up. So like we pass and win. And the day he was over there I think he was over there later on. So probably like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And then he came over to my work. And he was saying it was crappy out there because it was like 88 degrees, almost 90 degrees, and close to like 25-30% humidity. So it's nasty out there. This morning when I opened the sliding glass door, there was a 1/4 inch of standing water across my back porch. So I put the car back up top, put the backpack back away, and I wasn't going to take it out there. And when I drove past at 11 o'clock or so, there was puddles all over the racetrack, and that wouldn't have been good. I mean, yeah, it's got treaded tires. No, I'm not particularly afraid of the water, but I still don't want to purposely screw it up. So I'm one of those, like if I was at a race and it started to rain, I would be one of those few funny people to be like, just keep racing. Doesn't make a difference to me. It's just some water. I know for a fact that if I was racing that plumb crazy right there, I'd keep going. I seriously would I have no shits to give. I would race that. That has been in the mud before. When I raced it, it was in the mud. Not the whole time, but when you go down into the gutter and then you come back onto the dirt, you inevitably create mud, so it got a little dirty. Didn't bother me any, really. What's the worst that happens? A couple bearings give up? They're gonna give up anyway. Have some fun with it. They race real monster trucks in the mud. The receiver compartment on this is sealed, so cool. Not worried about it because I can't get receivers anymore. It's a castle system. It's an old castle system. So if I fry it, I don't care. I really don't care if I fry that one. Though I need to know if I can make an EVX run single motor. I think I can. So I don't know if I just take these wires and run it red to red and black to black, if it'll run a single motor without popping. Same thing here. If I put all these on the 1 Deans plug, if it'll run 7.4, and just run them as 2 circuits, because I think that's all they did here. Because if you look at the way the wiring is, it's just like they took 2 speed controls and put them next to each other. Which begs the question, why is a Super Rooster so big if that's the case? But, you know, I'm going to need to get new feet for these, new electronics, because the ones up front here are all burnt out. So I gotta split the case, find some electronics, and make that go again. That'll be an interesting live. Doing surgery. You might wonder what this is for. I got a minute or two here. This is an axle stand so that I can remove the tires on this, but not have it sit on the ground. Basically, that's what that's for. It's a couple of wooden sticks, some toolbox matting, and these are off of an old roller luggage container. I just sculpted them, and axle stand. It's great for when I have these axles out, I can work on them. I can put the axle here, pinion side down, and I can load it from the back. So that's the way that works. It's the top of the hour. I'm going to call it done on this one and see about streaming Gran Turismo maybe. See who else I can get in. Take care. Thank you for coming. Jeremy, Hot Rod, Big John D, thanks for being here. I know Tank isn't here anymore, but pass a thank you to him. Tony's, Buggies, and Truggies, thank you all for coming. And stay safe.